How do you make sense of the Holocaust, that of Nazi Germany, that such things could be committed by human beings to each other? Is it religion? Is it the thirst for power? Is it the madness of crowds somehow carrying us forward?
I mean, for me, it's multi-causal. I don't think there's one reason. So one of the things, especially there, has to do with the special nature of anti-Semitism, which is, let's put that to one side for the moment. The second is, I think human beings are fundamentally split. They are mostly good, except when put under certain pressures. My first explanation for hatreds is as follows. Go to a playground. What happens when a new kid comes on the playground? Do the other kids say, oh, let's go share our toys with the new kid? No. They say, oh, who's that stranger? And let's go get him. Because otherness is built into our genetic, we're tribal by nature. And we see people form tribes all the time of different kinds. I asked you before if you were a chess player.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was a kid and playing in tournaments, and I didn't do it for that long and I didn't do it that well, but when I was, it was like the whole world was divided into people who could play chess and people who couldn't play chess, which is ridiculous if you think about it, as though that's the way you divide the world. But we tend to do that. And the Jews were always the identifiable other. There were Frenchmen and Jews. There were Russians and Jews. There were Germans and Jews. And the great blessing of America is that there's no identifiable other quite that way, is that there's all these minorities and there's not an American and a something.
Mm-hmm.
But once you have that identifiable other, and you have a long history of blaming that identifiable other for all the ills that befall you.
Of course, people still do try to form, you said America, they still try to form other,
Yes.
Immigrant versus been here for a generation. There's so many ways to slice it. We still try to find ways.
Yeah.
It's just more difficult in America because there's so many sub-tribes, hierarchies of
Yes.
tribes and upon tribes.
You're absolutely right. And I was moving fast because I didn't want to get bogged down in all the very difficult. It's true. I tried.
You're hoping I wouldn't mention that tribalism happens in America.
I was skating, when you're on thin ice, your safety is in your speed. So I was trying to move fast.
Yeah.
But for most of history in East and Western Europe, not obviously in Asia, but in East and Western Europe, Jews were the ones who, they're not like us. They're clearly not like us. And in addition, there's a peculiar quality, and I don't know, I wonder what you'll think of this explanation. There's a peculiar quality to anti-Semitism that is unlike any other hatred that I know of, which is Jews are both superhuman and subhuman. They're vermin. The Nazis thought of them as vermin, and yet they control the world. And there was an English scholar named Hyman Maccabee who said the reason that that's so is the myth that Jews killed God. They killed Jesus. And to kill a God, you have to be superhumanly evil. You can't just be bad. Otherwise, you can't kill a God. So there is some supercharged evil sense that people got from that about Jews that still inheres.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of the way we formulate the other in terms of tribes is often they're subhuman and they're here to steal our resources, like on the playground. But to be both is a fascinating construction.